the main concern when you're going for a 1-3-1 or a hyper carry lineup. You're already dependent on your carry, okay, and the lineup of STI on the game one was dependent on one thing: the King's Calling of the Mincetar. The problem was you have a carry, okay, so you can't depend on your hyper carry on the early game. Again, if they have picked up the Bruno, then the reliability, the reliable source of damage is already solved on the lineup of STI.
Yeah.
And this is the thing about lineups that have multiple cores. Teams started recognizing that, hey, if we don't get to trade our buffs, why not just invade? We only need one. We only need one blue and red on the link. Esmeralda can sustain himself with the Demon Shoes, so why not invade? And I really like how Execration played the early game. Early invasion, even if they don't get the blue buff, they secure the blue buff on their main hyper carry, and it disrupts the flow of the funneling or whatever laning configuration you want to say for STI. It disrupts everything. Everything collapses for the 1-3-1 or the hyper funnel carry strategy.
Then you gotta remember this Thams. We never spoke about this, but Zapnion that Thams really, he was gaining too much attention, and after Ling hates Time to Shine, he's the one who's going for a split. So I think Zapnu also did really well avoiding or playing against that kind of 1-3-1 funnel setup against the carry. And right now, we're going to see an Akai, but Natalia, of course, in the hands of STI. So
I think you might want to go.
I feel like
Kufra.
I'm not sure about it. Okay, this is good.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
think
sure
this
about
is
the
actually good. Yeah, this is actually good for STI. I was gonna say because I feel like easy hunting grounds here for whoever's gonna use Natalia, which I'm guessing might be Nixu. I'm not sure yet, but man, Execration. It looks a little similar to earlier, so they might want to go to what they thought was working. However, again, it's kind of red. I kind of read this, and great to have Esmeralda for STI because it's so easy to just take down Fams and Kufra with this pick. And if ever you want to go for an Angela, that's out of the question as well, obviously, from what we've been discussing way past in game one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised if STI pulls off a Kimi here. It's actually very nice. You take advantage of the fact that Execration, their timing comes up on the level 4s of Farsa, the Kufra, and the Thams. Even if you say that Kufra can jump on the Kimi, you have a Jawhead, you have an Esmeralda that can keep your course alive as well as be the frontline damage dealer for STI. Add to the fact that you already have the Natalia that can gather information for you, then suddenly the quality of life of Esmeralda and Jawhead becomes much better.
And no Ling, right? No Ling. That's a big.
No Ling.
That is a big thing. You can have a Kimi on this lineup without having too much to be afraid of, right, Osiris?
Yeah, and right now, of course, having that Uranus, it's kind of solidified the power of STI, and at the same time, if they're going to pick that Kimi, their rotation will be even more solid, having those two front lines, and Natalia just going to gain information. But Hayabusa, one of those heroes that can jump into the back line, a good shortcut away from the frontliners of STI.
I'm really liking Kimi here for STI. I'm really liking Kimi here. The lineup of Execration, it's good. Come to mid and late game. There you go. STI picked the perfect hero, play the perfect early game. Please, there is so much time for STI to abuse this lineup. You have an Esmeralda, you have a Uranus, and the heroes of Execration they don't come online as fast as a Kimi and a Uranus lineup. This is a much better draft for STI compared to game 1.
What do you have to say about this?
So it's a very tight condition, I would say, for STI. That's, again, the Kimi. I'm not seeing any way although the Kimi is an okay pick. It's not wonderful, at least for me. And there's no Grok or Diggy to actually help him out here, which makes me think that actually Execration has got this because of the Hayabusa. I love how Execration actually picked this up. It's a hero that's what we rarely see, but in this specific match, it's great. Why? Because there's no catch from STI. Maybe the hardest one will be an ejector or probably some silence control from the Natalia, but apart from that, this Hayabusa is going to have a great game. And it's also a great counter against the Kimi. That's why I fear for the life of Kimi. If I were a Kimi player, I'm not going to play with this lineup for STI. That's the problem I have. I mean, of course, you can say that this could be a good push, but man, there's a lot of ways to kill him. Like, Chakno can just jump right in front of him, just hug him in there. Benicute, I love it! He's going to go for Execute. If I was in the panel, I would say Hayabusa, go pick up Execute because of the fact that it's great versus Nixu and Lard, as well as Dogman. Hayabusa, this is such a weird... I know it's weird for some people to see Hayabusa get the Execute, but in this game, it makes a lot of sense. It's gonna be favored. Oh, look at this. Dancing against his opponent. My goodness! Benicute! Sexy moves from this Hayabusa.
Sexy, cutie, call it whatever you like. That was sick. That was just Hayabusa basics. Dancing around your opponents like that. That could have been an STI pick off there, but then Benicute was able to show what you pointed out. They don't have a hard pick off right now onto the Hayabusa, and as long as this game goes, even with their ultimates, it seems like the only one who might have that pick off is, say, maybe an ejector from Dogman. So in this early level, Benicute doesn't have to worry so much about getting taken out here in the bottom lane. We're gonna see STI try it out again. But Execration are nearby if they just get a whiff of trouble. So, but STI, they decide to back out and reset. Oh my goodness, Chaknu from out of nowhere with the time suspension with the pick off line. Chaknu's taking a lot of damage. That Kimi already really hurts. That is the early game advantage that we see. You know what, Hayabusa, like when he goes, the camera can't even catch up right now. Hayabusa already back in lane actually. And what could have been messy there for STI, actually for both teams, no losses there on both sides.
Yeah. Did you see that Chaknu and Hate synchronized swimming? Or at least that's what it looks like to me. Very synchronized with their jumps, with their disengage as well. You can see that this is the problem I have with STI. They don't have the hard lockdown. That's why the Kyrie was able to run away. Hayabusa with a shadow kill. Now Lard in trouble. They're just waiting for their cooldowns. But no, Execration says, we don't need to kill you, man. We just need to take this turtle. Yeah, I want to mention as well that without the hard lockdown that you're looking for STI, there's really no way for them to contest the carry and this Hayabusa. That's why Execration are confident with picking that Hayabusa up. And it makes me think that STI kind of... They wanted to make this Uranus work so badly that they drafted the Esmeralda for their own, which meant to us that they will lack the lockdown in the end. I get the idea, but it won't work against Execration.
And there is a reason why Uranus has fallen down the totem pole in terms of viable tanks. That's why Uranus is more of a viable fighter and a side laner, yeah, but as your main tank and probably like your only tank in the team, Uranus is one of the worst picks there. Benicute gets taken out by Lembot though. Ooh, that was... Okay, that's STI saying, I think we can hear you, Wolf. You know what? Wolf Reptar will be able to take out Benicute still, and Lembot able to secure the kill. STI though, still in this, but once again, Chaknu! One of the best tanks according to Coach Tucky of Bren Esports, opening up that play with that pickoff onto Nixu, but Execration has to be careful because here comes the turret wrecking team of STI in the bottom lane. Wiggy Shadow skill is going to be used by that Hayabusa just to try to keep them back, and it does work for a moment there. Dogman coming in for the rotation, but he's going to get caught out here by Zapdu. That Conrad Inferno has been used. Dogman ejector straight into Yuji, but he's probably not going to be able to get a kill on him because, I just said it, he does it, and Zapdu is still well in the life here. Maximum charge, not going to be enough for there, and they get to take out Dogman, who once again, I gotta say, I pointed it out earlier, very weird pathing into the bottom lane. Kind of risky where Dogman was walking there and how he got there, and he paid for it.
That was a very important micro play from Benny Cutie to be able to defend the turret, the sliver of health. And you know, STI had to overstay because they badly wanted to push that turret. It would have been extra gold and extra map control. But Benny Cutie with just using the ultimate, sacrificing his power move just to clear out the wave, actually had more impact for Execration than when it is used in a team fight. And I think that's maturity that you can get out of Benny Cutie. Because of that, they were able to defend and push the bottom lane, then get the turtle afterwards. Now Lard jumping in, not the best initiation. He might be punished because of this. You have to take note, Benny Cutie as well as Hate is here, and look at this. So spinning line wheel gonna be thrown out, and with that, STI is gonna have to back down.
And let's go back to total super basics here as to why Uranus isn't that great of a main tank pick right now. Hold that thought though. Lembot, Benny Cutie. Trying to feel each other out. Ooh, button. But here's
Oh, the sandwich.
They might be able to catch him out.
Goodbye.
The sandwich is there. The feathered airstrike, taking a good chunk of his health. Chaknu might charge up Tyrant's Revenge. He does. Oh, and he actually gets a pick up on the board. Run away, you solar construct, and he does. Oh my goodness, Chaknu time and time again impressing all of us, including the viewers. I'm pretty sure just how good he is on this Kufra. I've already forgot my thought, man. I'm just thinking about Execration and Chaknu, man. That was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Uranus being the main tank, which is now going to be taken out. Double feathered airstrike to the face, and from the skies, the Uranus is taken out. Going for attack and defense, Chaknu spots out this Joy. Joy's gonna be stunned up. But that's not gonna be a kill. Yeah, Uranus being the solo tank. You know what? Uranus and Esmeralda in the same team feels still slow for me, honestly. But we'll see. Chaknu manning up against 3, make that 4. Flicker to the left side. Now he will try to turn this around. Has got the ultimate. And he's gonna be able to stay alive. Takes out 1. Lembot in trouble. The dance from Chaknu. And STI. They're stunned. In awe of Chaknu.
Well, speechless. I'm just speechless. I know it's our job to say things, but I am absolutely speechless. Chaknu, how did he survive that? Yes, he had the help coming in from Etomax, but his movement play, man, his left, right movements, able to pop
Head
off
and
the
shoulder
Tyrant's Rage
fake.
just in time.
Literally
wow.
head and shoulder fake. He went to the right, he moved to the right, then flickered to the left. And that was under the brush. So STI will have to think for a for a fraction of a second more, or less, I mean. That's why they couldn't react to Chaknu, and the way they were chasing Chaknu was they were just following him around. You have to take note, you hit where your target is gonna be, not where they are at. And Chaknu really taking advantage of the situation, jump in from Nixu. From the left side though, that's an amazing jump. Now Dogman in trouble, that's gonna be a kill onto the Jawhead. Minimal casualties for Execration. They will have to back down after that kill. Not punished by STI at all.
Whew. STI though didn't lose more than they could have there, so that's good. They actually have to miss the Tyrant's Revenge there for a moment. Just 1 pixel away from hitting Dogman, but of course they do get to take out Dogman. And folks, you are, I hope wherever you're watching from right now, you are feeling special because Chaknu's just showing the fancy moves. Let's see if he can do it more than twice. He already has so many times. Execration. Wow, STI now, they're just trying to find their footing right now to see if they'll be able to turn this around. Lembot has the right idea. Splitting the lanes right now, trying to pressure the other parts of the map. Execration really looking to go for the endgame finish here. Trying to find that big team fight to turn things around, which is giving Lembot the room he needs. But STI now, they do. Oh! What the heck? Chaknu actually got Lord? He read it!
Yeah.
He knew!
Read it perfectly, like a book. Up top though, STI is gonna collapse onto the Thams. Not the easiest kill. That is a bad decision because now Execration will have free reign onto this Lord, able to take out the top tier 2 turret. But in exchange, the Lord is going to be on the side of Execration. Gonna go for the invade, actually. Nice snag onto the purple buff. Obviously, they need more. Chakno really prepared for this, already jumping, but Nixon was able to dodge it. Now Zapno is actually chasing. He throws in the side, maybe he can pull up one, as Chakno is going to man the front lines. Can they pull one? Oh, nice punishment. Chakno flicker away. Able to run away from STI. Very nice ejector as Lembot tries his best. It's like an ant going up against a big dog. Obviously not going to be able to take care of it on his own.
That Lord take, stopping Lembot in his tracks. Execration didn't have to worry about Lembot at all. They knew the Lord was coming already, but it looks like Lembot is just the last hope right now. Like, while the castle of STI is under siege, that maximum charge is just gonna tickle Execration. It's Lembot trying to go around and make it work. But now Execration has actually put Zapnu on that Tams on take care of Lembot, dude, and that's gonna force it back. Let's see, can Execration finish it here? Feather there, it's gonna connect. Chaknu once again hitting Nixu. Bouncing ball, Tyrant's Rage! That's gonna be a 4-man! Tyrant's Rage coming in from Chaknu, and STI are turning tail right now while Execration trying to step on the heels and the throats of STI, trying to finish this, trying to secure the upper bracket, but they are going to back off. Play it safe, they say. Controlled rage right now from Execration. Trying to see if they can finish this more cleanly.
Execute, let's go. Oh, why?
Oh!
You had it! Oh no, another jump from the Chuck! It looks good, but it feels normal for Chakno at this point with all of the jumps that he's able to make. He's actually stretching once again. Want to go for the Esmeralda. Barely missing it. Benny Cutie, we mentioned earlier, Reptar, that this guy will have a free game, and that's exactly what is happening right now. And like I told you, Yuji is not gonna have a good time. He is at 0 deaths. But look at this farm, it's not even close to what the Hayabusa and the carry has right now. He did his best, but this is not the game that you will want to play Kimi in. They don't have like a Grok or a Diggy to help him out. Now Zabdo, oh, the jump from Chakno once again, pinning them down to the base, to their own base. Takes out 2, Feather their strike, Lard in trouble, Lard gonna go down, and the rest of STI might be capping this MPL Season 5 with that game